we should start by just congratulating everybody that's on this call, because this is an elite group of people that accomplished the goal of a 400 in personal bonus volume last month. And I am so excited. I mean, that's just the foundation of this business.
Definitely. Let me make sure I've got everyone muted. I know here we go. Everyone's muted. Are you unmuted, Cami? I think it's definitely the foundation of this business, you guys. What I love about the 400 Club is that I push it a lot with their very first month. We want people to start this business. We follow those steps to success. And as soon as someone signs up, the first thing you want to do is make sure that they get those 4 customers. And now with this system, it's been a lot easier for people to get on the 400 Club because they're signing up for friends with the system. That's well over 400 in volume. So congratulations, you guys. This is just awesome.
Well, and I believe they're doing the fundamentals of this business. I mean, yes, we want to be Ruby. Yes, we want to be Diamond. But before we go Ruby, we got to be a qualified leg. And that's what we're celebrating tonight. And so, it's definitely no small task. And think about what you did last month to get to $400 in volume. I mean, how'd you do that? How many customers did you gather? How many team members did you bring on board? Remember, our goal every month is the steps to success. I know personally, I don't always complete the steps of success, and sometimes it's in that area of customers. Parties are a great way to add customers, and if you have not watched Amber's Facebook Hustle 1 and 2, you certainly want to get on YouTube tonight and look for that after this call. It'll take you about an hour and a half to go through both of them. But wow, that has really that has just revolutionized the way I'm building right now, Amber, from handing out Blitz cards to when I'm meeting people at rap parties, when I'm just, meeting anybody in general, I'm quickly adding them as a friend on Facebook, and it's becoming part of my daily, weekly, monthly routine in building this business. And follow up is those relationships. I'm not just making face-to-face, but continuing that relationship online through social media to then help me in turn complete my steps every month.
Yeah, definitely. I think that I think social media is just a tool, you guys. You got to remember to get out and rap people. Pam Satter always says the person who raps the most wins the most. And so we want to get out and rap people. And Cami and I both do parties. We're partiers. We've got that blue in us. But we love to rap people because they see those results. But also, one of the greatest things about this business is that you can do it through social media. And, I'm telling my new people, to get those 4 customers in your first 72 hours or even the first week, really start that to launch your business correctly. You want to go through social media because it's a tool, and there's so much to do with it now where it can run while you're working your 9-to-5 job still. So there's not really an excuse to not build on social media, plus going out and rapping people. And it's been exciting to watch people gather their own 4 customers where they feel like they've gotten that win for themselves. So, and you have to have those 4 customers in your first month to qualify for, the Ruby bonus. And like Cami said, doing it every single month is key. Something that we do is we print it off every single month on the 1st. I usually do it on the 25th. I like to be about 5 days ahead of my team, so you guys that are new, get into this habit now to get into, the 1st through the 5th of your business should be how everyone else celebrates the 25th through the 30th. And that's how I kind of run my business. Is the 25th through the 30th is all focused on the team, but the 1st through the 5th is all on my business and what I'm doing and what I'm bringing in. That way I'm open and my mind's kind of not as flustered towards the end of the month where I can help my team promote. And if you start doing that and printing off the steps of success, it kind of just puts it out to the universe to say, you know what, I need those 4 customers first. I need to run my auto ship. I need to gather those 4 customers and continue to build rubies to make it all the way to the top.
You know what, Amber, a couple of things you said stuck out to me. I think a lot of people on this call are new, maybe you've been in for a while. I want you to know, number 1, celebrate becoming a qualified leg. Okay. That's huge. The next thing you're going to do, if you don't already have a team, is you're going to start building a team, which means you need to lead from the front. You can't ask your team to do what you yourself are not doing. And for me to be able to say, hey, get on the 400 Club this month, I've got to have my 400 in personal bonus volume every month. And I think as a leader, people don't do what you what you say, they do what you do. And so, if you want your team out there having parties, make sure you're having parties. If you want people utilizing social media to build their business, make sure you are too. Make sure your social media is positive. Make sure it's inspiring, motivating, that it's sharing a story day in and day out about your rep adventure and just life in general, whatever your brand might be. Make sure that you're taking pictures out, enjoying the journey with your family, enjoying the journey with your team. If you've got your steps to success printed, take a selfie with it at the beginning of the month to remind your team, hey, this is what I'm doing. And I want to invite you to do this with me. And so I think first and foremost, you got to become a qualified leg. Then you got to continue every month to become a qualified leg. And as you build your team, you're teaching them to do the same thing. Obviously you may not have anybody on your team right now. You may have tons on your team right now. And this is something you haven't emphasized. It's never too late to start. It's never too late to make sure every month people are making a goal for themselves to have those 4 loyals. And we know based on averages, if you've got 4 loyal customers plus your own personal auto ship, you're going to be a qualified leg every single month.
And I think, I love that you touched base on the auto ship, is because just because you guys are at 400 with your customers, you still want to make sure that you're running that 80 BV auto ship. We do have that blessing of, of the 150, but that's not really a solid foundation to build the business on. You definitely want to run that 80 auto ship to ensure that you are commission qualified every single month. I challenge my team to be commission qualified by the 17th. We get paid on the 15th, usually a day or two early. We've only got one of the best CEOs ever who pays us early. But the 17th, be commission qualified and know where you're at for your charts. Because again, when I remember a girl when I started, she was so busy. She was working 3 jobs. She could sign up loyal customers, but she couldn't sign up distributors. And I said, if you don't open it up, God's not going to give you what you can't handle. So, open up your schedule. Start running your auto ship on the first or the second of the month, and watch that check off. And you're going to be they're ready for those 4 customers, and then you're ready for that team that maybe you're waiting on. You're waiting for those distributors to come in, but if you're not ready to train a distributor, if you're not mentally like, I want a distributor, I'm ready, I'm following the steps to success. I'm running that auto ship. I'm investing in my business. Those people aren't going to invest back in you. So make sure that, that's something that I've done since day one. When I started, I couldn't afford an auto ship and we didn't have the 150. So there's never been a month where I've ever not ran an auto ship. I would sell my 4 wraps, and I would make sure that that's my first goal, is running that auto ship.
I couldn't agree more. And I think, remember guys, steps to success every month. Step 1, after you've paid your join kit, is the auto ship. Now, I truly understand some of you are saying to me right now, words are already coming out of your mouth. Yeah, but people wouldn't sign. They don't have the money. Then don't sign them. Let them understand the value of running a multi-million-dollar business with as little of an investment as 80 bonus volume every month, which probably costs them anywhere from $125 to $150 every month. But where there's a will, there's a way. And I truly believe if somebody wants to change their life, they'll go out and sell 4 to 8 reps minimum every month. And if they're not, then it might not be their time. This isn't a welfare system. I know we want to help people. I know some of you are truly so yellow, you just want to help people and get them in. Or maybe you want to promote so bad that you're willing to put them in even though they're not going to do what it takes. Guess what? You can fill a spot, but if they don't go to work, that spot is empty the next month. That's still volume you have to replace that very next month. And we know no matter how hard we work this, no matter how diligent we are, that there are going to be some people each and every month that don't work, even though they, how about kidnappers, the people that join and never do anything, that's just going to happen no matter how much you try to avoid it. But don't be signing people up that good and well are not going to do anything, because, do you want to just, I am all for making push and runs, and I truly believe that those sometimes promotions happen and we're not able to keep them, not because we didn't do a good job, but just because that's sometimes the natural part of this business. But I also know that if we're not careful, we're not going to keep it because we didn't build a real business. We built a infrastructure that's not real, if that makes sense. And I want each and every one of you, starting today, this starts with our 400 club people, building it right, building it tight, day in and day out, because you're in this for the legacy, not just the moment.
I love that. You guys, here's the thing. Like, as Cammie's sitting here talking about this, I think about when I started. We literally did not have the money to join. Um, our bank account was in the negative, and I did 2 hair appointments. I gathered my $100. I had to pay my credit card and use my credit card to start. And I remember I got this kit, and I love this. I'm going to show you guys this picture. Some of you guys are like, what is this picture? This was our kit when I started. Okay. It was this green folder, and you had 4 wraps, and there was like some order forms in there. And I took those 4 wraps, and back then we didn't really do social medias, and that was just 3 years ago. I didn't do social media. And so I knew I had to get out and wrap people. So there was $25, $25, $25, and $25. Now, if I'm wrapping 4 people and 4 people are seeing results, I'm making that money back. And I flipped that $100 from my kit over and over and over again every single month to make sure that I was commission qualified, and to make sure that I was still expanding my business. So if you make it a goal to run your auto ship for a box of wraps and 1 other product, your box of wraps is going to give you $100, and you're going to get a product at way cheaper. You're going to end up paying, just for that product that you're going to be using on yourself, which people want to see. And then to gather your 4 customers, we know that people have to see things about 7 times before they actually commit. And so don't be discouraged. Obviously you guys understand that you just went through and you got 400 this month and you got those customers. And, I invited some of my team who was past their first month. Maybe they didn't have a distributor yet, but if they got 800 volume, that is the next goal. And then you're going to double that. And then you're going to double that. And so you always want to have that goal, not just be content at 400 because you don't have a distributor underneath you. You get paid on customers. So don't stop at 400, keep going, and growing your business. And, then your business will grow too. So, just keep pushing and taking those 4 wraps and just keep flipping them and wrapping people and wrapping people and wrapping people. So, let me see.
You know what I was thinking? Amber, one of the ways that I've really challenged myself to grow my business here locally is, just making it a point to get, when I'm getting out of my house to, the boys just started baseball. So there's all these new families we're meeting. Skylar's in gymnastics, and that's constantly turning over every semester, and new families we're meeting there. I'm always running errands because it seems like I'm grocery storing, or kids are out of clothes and they're growing into the next size and I got to go to the store and get them something. And I'm really being intentional to get out of my house, not get stuck behind my computer. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I just know my energy thrives on, meeting new people. And I love when, I love how this business has helped us expand all over the globe, but I also love having it right here in my backyard. It's fun to have team members in your backyard. And for those of you that are thinking, oh, I'm watching these teams work together and be together day in and day out, I wish I had a team. Well, then get off your tush and go out and meet people, because that's how you get a team locally. There are lots of networking events, but just life in general will help you get out there and meet new people. And so I'm making it a goal, even if I don't have the guts to hand out that Blitz card, because it just doesn't seem appropriate in that 2 seconds I meet someone. If I meet someone that there's something about them that I think, oh, I want them on my team, or, oh, I wish I could figure out how to tell them about It Works right now, I'm going to friend them automatically on Facebook. I'm going to immediately say, the other day I was at my workout gym and there was a new girl in there and she was struggling. And so I was just kind of like encouraging her during the workout. And at the end, I brought my cell phone out right away and I walked right over to her and I'm like, are you on Facebook? We should connect. And let me know the next time you're in class. Did I mean that? Yes. But I also thought, what a great opportunity to make a new friend, right? We get paid to make friends and help our friends. And so now I added her on Facebook. Just like you told me to, Amber, I added her to my lead list, and I liked and commented, and I do that on a regular basis. And I'm just, I'm just excited to see where that relationship goes, on top of running into her again at my exercise place. I'm going to also invite her to local wrap parties. See, you guys, there is benefit to building your business locally, because they can be at your wrap parties in person. If they can't make it, invite them to a Zoom, invite them to a virtual party. But, get out there and meet people face to face. And I can tell you this, I probably don't hand out as many Blitz cards as I should, but I'm certainly growing my influence on social media, and I'm doing it by getting out and in person, making new friends. And so I'm merging all those resources together, Amber, and it's helping me be who I am. As much as I'm not someone that can just sit behind the computer all the time, because I just get kind of like blah if I'm doing that.
I just go like this.
I just don't love my business like that, and it doesn't, but what I'm getting out, I don't know if you guys have ever heard, oh my gosh, what's his name? He wrote The Giant Within, Tony Robbins. Yes. Tony Robbins says, when you get into motion, it creates emotion. And emotion to me is energy. People feed off energy. People feed off just that contagious energy. And I feel like my energy is when I'm just sitting home behind my computer. But when I'm getting out and meeting people, and I can be myself and be kind of quirky, even if my hair's not done, I'm still meeting people, and I'm just being real and raw in myself and connecting. And don't forget, if you are struggling right now in building your business, I will say it probably has to do with your personal development. It's right here in your mind. If you can't think about it, if you can't see it, then it's not going to happen. And that starts with growing your mind and investing in yourself. And that's getting to events, getting on calls, getting on Zooms like this, but also your personal development. It's huge. You cannot miss that. A lot of us put that on the back burner because we think that's not going to get us a distributor. When you get it right up here, all of a sudden your business works. And so I'm telling you, if you need something to read, if you're looking for some good material, get Everyone Communicates, Few Connect, and go out there and start connecting more regularly and watch what happens to your business. And if you have people on your team, you read that, wait and watch what happens as you continue to really put that, really begin to put that connection piece into your business building efforts. And with the team that you already have in place, it's magical. Miracles will start happening.
One of the greatest books that actually, so I love when you're like, if you don't have a local team, you guys grow one. I didn't when I started. I remember doing my first training at a Golden Corral. Okay. And I didn't have trainings to go to. People look at our trainings now. We have over 200 people that come and join online for our monthly trainings. And people are like, man, I would give anything to be by Amber. And I'm thinking, you guys start what I have. Start it yourself, grow, be the leader before it's even there. I heard a book one time in what is it called? It's called The Greatest Secret. Okay. Or The Strangest Secret. Sorry. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. It's a 30-minute audiobook. I listen to it every single day. There's not a day go by that I don't listen to this audiobook. I listen to it in the car. You can find it on YouTube. You don't even have to pay for it. The Strangest Secret, and it's 30 minutes. And he says, people always think that you're successful once you reach the money. You actually have to be of service in order to be successful, and then the money comes. And so if you're not reaching that money target, it's because you haven't given service to enough people. You haven't given this wrap to enough people. And so make it that goal to go out and wrap for people. It's mind-blowing to me when I'll make a post on my team page and I'll say, how many wraps do you have on hand? People are like 12, 15, 27. I'm like, my mind goes crazy because we party, we wrap people. I'm thinking that's 27 customers plus, right? That's 27 people that know 27 people that know 27 people. And that's how you can really build this business. And so go right now and see how many wraps you have on hand and make it that goal. I made a challenge to wrap 30 people in 30 days. And I wrapped 15 people in those 30 days. And that was not doing parties. That was one-on-one appointments. And so, make that challenge, test yourself, go out and expand your capacity up here. And the only way to figure out if you can is to try. And so if you just make that goal to say, you know what, by Sunday, I'm going to wrap 4 people. I'm going to gather that $100 because I want to reinvest that into my business because I'm serious about my business. I want to go out and I want to wrap those 4 people. If you have product at home, you guys, it's not making you money by sitting there. It's the same thing I tell my customers. It's not going to work unless you open the bottle. So, this business is going to work when we wrap people, when we follow those steps to success, when we go to the 400 club, and then you guys, the next step is to find friends that want to come with you on that 400 club. They want to be a part of that. You find those 2 friends, you go executive. And then the next step is going to be to go Ruby, helping them, help them, help them. This compensation plan is built on helping other people. And that's one of the greatest things, is that if you don't enjoy people, then maybe this business isn't for you. I tell people that all the time. I love people. I love helping people. And I didn't necessarily when I began, because I didn't know how. I didn't know what I was doing. But because I grew my mindset, I grew my confidence by failing a lot, and just getting into the action, which is into that emotion, like we talked about. It really has expanded my capacity and my mindset to think that I can be the best. I can do this. I know I can do this. I can help my team do it. One thing I want, if anything you guys take away from this call tonight, is that just because you haven't done it once doesn't mean you can't do it once. And, a lot of you guys might be thinking, well, I haven't been executive yet. How can I help somebody else go executive? You won't get executive unless you help somebody else get there. So you have to get that out of your mindset that, just because you didn't get the $500 Ruby bonus doesn't mean you can't help somebody else get it. Just because you haven't gone, Emerald this month doesn't mean you can't help somebody else go Emerald. So switch that mindset to know that you can do it once when you help other people do it once.
Well, and you know what I love about that? I love that because I feel like sometimes people will use that as an excuse to not build their business, or it's really easy. I'm going to use a word, and I don't mean this harshly, but it's really easy to become a victim. Yeah. A victim of circumstances, or even just a victim of just like, poor me. I didn't get my Ruby bonus. Nobody wants to sign with me. I didn't get my Ruby bonus. Guess what? I didn't get a Ruby bonus. They didn't have Ruby bonuses. It probably took me an all-time high record to get to Ruby. But guess what? That didn't stop me from going Black Diamond. And it's not going to stop you either. What you have to decide is, how many people do I want to help go Ruby? I may not have gotten my Ruby bonus, but I love what you said. How many people do I want to help get that bonus? I love hearing people that have made a ton of money in bonuses get up in front of a room and not say one word about what they've earned, but instead say, I've helped this many people earn the Ruby bonus, or this many people, or so-and-so just earned the Emerald bonus. And I can promise you there's so much more fulfillment in doing that than, there's just so much more fulfillment in doing that than talking about your own. Yeah. And I'm not saying that there's not value in saying, hey, you can do this because I did that, right? Because people want to know that it's possible. But I agree with you, Amber, there's just so much power in that. And I think I don't know. There is something about watching someone do that you want to turn around and help more people do that. You're like, that was incredible. How many more people can I help do that with?
And it's exciting. I think you guys might be looking at Cammie and I and thinking, oh my gosh, it's so easy for them. Or maybe, they do it all the time. Cammie just told you there's times when we don't complete the steps to success, but that doesn't stop us from keep going. And so, as you grow and build this business, it's interesting to me that I always and forever want to remember that I'm a distributor with It Works Global. I'm a leader. I paid that $99 kit. And every month on the 2nd, when my auto ship runs, I remember the day that I signed. I remember the day that I bought my $99. So just got my eyelashes done so I can't cry. But I remember that day. And I never want to forget that day. I never want to forget how scared I was and how excited I was. I never want to forget that I was like, I know 5 people. I can do this. I know I can do this. And as you start growing your team, their why becomes your why. And so if you're, like Cammie said, when you're talking about you're great. Yes, we know this. It's great to get all these bonuses, but nothing feels more rewarding than when you help someone put food on their table, or when you help somebody pay a mortgage, or when you help somebody get off WIC, or when you help your team. When you make your team your why, that's when you're going to grow and expand as a leader. So, I need my tissue.
I have like my text messages up on my computer, and somebody is blowing up my phone, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope nobody can hear that. Sorry, how rude. You're like being very, just transparent and authentic, and my thing's going zoom, zoom, zoom. I'm like, oh. Well, Amber, I have a question. Yeah. I just put a thing in the Zoom chat, and I just said, does anybody have any specific questions for us? Everybody's saying your eyelashes look amazing. um, does anybody have any specific questions for Amber and I? You have us at your disposal, I guess you could say. Amber, what is something you're doing new, not new in your business? Sorry, somehow I closed it and it's still popping up. What something new you're doing in your business this month or with your team?
I'll tell you what I just started today. I'm really excited about this, you guys. Okay. So, being a product of the product is obviously huge, and I'm always looking for new products to try. And so I just started a ProFit 30-day challenge with my team. I started the ProFit a week ago. I'm down almost 4 pounds in just a week. And all I've done was change my breakfast to a ProFit shake. That's all I've done. Now, don't ask me why I'm an ambassador and I haven't done the shake every day for my last 3 years. I don't know. But I really felt like I couldn't get past that 130 mark. I was like, come on, like what is going on? Even if I worked out, I took supplements, it didn't matter. I was just stuck. So I said, you know what? Your body needs to experience change to be change, right? It has to be a little bit pulled so you can go through that change. And so I just started, we're going to start May 1st. I have an album in our team page and everyone is going to order the ProFit right now. And I'm going to do a little challenge for those that want to jump in for, some It Works gear to rock out their new bods. But we're going to do a ProFit challenge. Everyone who wants to come in, and they have made a public album and tagged me in it on Facebook to hold themselves accountable. They're going to post weekly pictures in that album, and then they're going to post recipes so we can kind of share. So I have a whole album of just ProFit recipes that I've done, and I made a challenge for my network to do 30 days worth of recipes. So that way I could say when my clients come to me, what do I do? How do you like this? I can literally just ship them, hey, it's Monday, strawberries and bananas, throw some ice in there. So I'm really excited about that. Just to kind of, because I feel like people, and I asked this morning on my call, I said, how many of you, if in that little $99 contract it said you were required to post your before and after pictures, would you have not signed up? And I was amazed because people are terrified to post the results. But guess what, guys? People join you for you. People will join you for you. And I think that a lot of people, they don't understand that people need to see you. They don't want to see Googled images. They want to see you. And so we're excited for that challenge. It's going to start May 1st. And everyone's going to hopefully have their ProFit in by then. But I'm excited for that. So that's something new that we're doing as a team.
Well, and you know what I find, Amber, what I love about that is I think sometimes when we try new things, it just gets us excited. We lose sight of the things we're, stuck on because we're doing something new. And so it's just exciting. And I got to say that when you guys are having fun, when you're getting results, that's also going to breed more business. It's going to breed more customers. It's going to make the rest of your team. It just creates a tidal wave of move. It just creates a movement. That's the word I'm looking for. So I love that. And thank you for sharing that. And 30 recipes, 30 ProFit recipes. You would never get sick of anything. I've been doing coconut milk, strawberries, frozen strawberries, and vanilla with my berry greens like every day for months and months and months. And the boys do it with me in the morning, but it would probably be fun to switch it up a little bit.
Josh does like an orange ginger one. It's so good. I'll have him kind of share the recipe. He's not here right now, but I told him, I'm like, I'm dying for you to make me that smoothie again. It's so good. So, try something out like that with your team, with your products. And then you guys can see different people's results as well. And those people. I can go in and say, this is Lacey's result. She's on my team. She's the diamond on my team, and that expands her network, my network. It just, like you said, it creates that excitement of movement. So let's go in and see what these questions are.
Well, Jen is asking about blitzing. Jen, you got to blitz everywhere. I mean, the grocery store, the laundromat, when you're picking your kids up from school, the gym. Like I said, we're all sweaty and hot, and the workout is over. And this girl and I were kind of buddying up through the whole class. And I went and grabbed my coat, pulled out my phone and said, hey, we should be Facebook friends. It wasn't an opportunity to pull out a Blitz card at that time. It just wasn't the time, but it was an awesome opportunity to make a new friend. And now we're connected on Facebook. So she was able to approve of it right on the spot. And so, I think you're just overthinking it. And here's the deal. Blitzing never gets easier, but you get stronger. Just like when you go to the gym. Going to the gym never gets easier, but you do get stronger. And that's what will happen with blitzing. And you'll get more courageous every time. You'll see that you didn't die. So anyways.
I love that. And you guys, I'll tell you this much. Blitzing has no boundaries. And when you go from that, when you go blitzing has no boundaries to, it really just, when you remember that, you're not going to care where you're at, what time of the day it is, what you're wearing. It has no boundaries. So just remember that. I know that's a question a lot of people ask, and you're only asking these questions so you cannot blitz in this. Yes. So make sure that, that it has no boundaries. Just do it whenever. Okay, this one says, what can we do when you approach people about it works and they already know someone who's a distributor? I will tell you this. Always lead with integrity. If they say, oh, my sister does it, or oh, my aunt does it, you need to go back to that person who told you and send them there. Okay. Now, there will be times when sisters don't want to sign up with each other. Let me mute this. But there is, there is those situations, and if they say, oh yeah, I know so-and-so who does it, you can, it's my cousins, grandmas, brothers, sisters, uncle, whatever. Or I have a girl on Facebook who does it. I'm not really sure who she is. All those situations are definitely going to be situational. But you can also go take that step further to say, have you tried a wrap yet? Have they told you about the wrap? You might know that they do it, but have they told you about the wrap yet? Have they told you about the opportunity? And they might come with you just because you did educate them. So that's definitely, I don't know, Kimmy, if there's anything you wanted to add on to that. Oh, hold on. You're unmuted or muted.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted again. No, I was just going to agree with you completely. I feel like being in Grand Rapids, while I run into people all the time that still have never heard of It Works, I oftentimes will run into people and they'll say, yes, I've heard of it. And I'll say, have you tried it? That's my next question. Have you tried it? No, I haven't tried it. You haven't tried it. Who do you know? You said you knew about it. Well, a friend of a friend, or da-da-da-da. And a lot of times they've never really, they've just seen something on Facebook. And that's the other thing I get. Oh, I've seen it on Facebook. And I'm like, you got to get it on, and tell me you must have an area on your body you want to tighten, tone, and firm, or I'll go into, it took me 2 wraps, but then I was totally bikini ready and I was no longer afraid to be the first one of all my friends in a grandma bathing suit. I kind of try to make it lighthearted and stuff like that. But also I might say, oh my gosh, well, we have a rep party on Tuesday night. You're more than welcome to come with us. I agree with you though. I mean, some of them will even say, yeah, I was a customer. Oh, you were? Why did you stop? Don't be afraid to ask those questions. So-and-so keeps asking me to come try it. Then you should go try it. You need to get back with them and go try it. I don't care whether it's with them or me, but you've got to get this on. You're missing out. Because you're right. Sometimes the person is not someone they want to connect with, but really try to push them back with someone if they're already working with someone.
I love that. Melissa asked, and maybe Cammie's a better one to ask this, but what do you think about Facebook ads? She's seen a lot of people sponsoring ads with It Works, and they're having some big responses. What's your input on that?
I guess I would say make sure you do your due diligence on when you say they're getting big responses. Like honestly, I've never had good results with it. Doesn't mean I haven't gotten responses, but I've never gotten quality people with it.
Right. And this is the other thing, you guys, is going back to me being a distributor with It Works Global. Let's say I'm on the average income of anywhere from $300 to $1,000 a month. I don't want to spend 500 of that on an ad. And the thing is that yes, I'm an ambassador, but I've built my whole entire business without Facebook ads. So what, I'm not saying that there might not ever come a time when I will, but I want to go back to duplication. And so I want my new distributors to see me out in the trenches, building the business face-to-face, building this business that way. But again, when we started, it was do a Facebook fan page, do this. Facebook's changed all their ways of fan pages and things like that. So never invest more than you're willing to lose is kind of what I tell my team. Same with booths, things like that. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. But, I would not recommend a distributor Ruby doing something like that. I wouldn't personally. Not saying it's right or wrong, but I wouldn't personally.
What's our next question?
Let's see. I think this was it.
Okay.
Hey, Cammie.
Yep.
Can I just say, I don't want to put audio on, obviously. I don't look very well, and I'm not sure how I sound, but for anybody that is questioning blitzing, you have absolutely nothing to lose. Nothing. I mean, the worst case scenario, they're going to say, no, thank you. But at least you blitzed, and at least you got it out there. And even if they say no thank you, it doesn't mean that they don't have your card. You made that face-to-face connection. You talked with them. You added them on Facebook. You did all of that. They're going to continue to watch you. And that no thank you right now, someday will be I'm ready. I just feel blitzing was my worst fear in the beginning. And I am just now in the past couple of weeks being able to actually blitz. But I've had a huge success with it. And I think it takes gaining that, I don't know, I can't think of the word. But I hate it when you can't think of a word, but once you get that, you can continue to blitz, and there's really nothing to lose. So it's funny that I was so scared of it and that so many other people are scared of it, but you shouldn't be. That's like the least thing you should be afraid of is blitzing people, because you're really not losing anything.
You know, Naomi, I love hearing you right now. And let me just tell you guys who Naomi is. Naomi joined this business with me almost 4 years ago, and the timing just wasn't right. And we reconnected late summer, and she's got a real heart to give back. I said, listen, what are my chances you'll get back on board? She said, what have I got to lose? She came in this time, and she's a diamond, hasn't even been a year. I'm telling you, it really isn't as scary as it seems. And I promise you, the rewards are so much greater than the risk. And just get out there and do it. I love that you were answering back in the chat, Naomi. I love your passion for this business. And I'm glad you unmuted yourself and spoke up.
It's so fun. It's so fun to see, fearless leaders. I think people, I always say, if you have to ask permission, chances are it's going to be no. But if you just go, it's easier to ask for forgiveness. So that's kind of my motto. And I love fearless leaders like that, where they're like, you know what? What's the worst they're going to do is be like, why are you on the Zoom? I remember that one time you were on a Zoom, you're like, who invited you?
Oh my gosh, that was Naomi's girl.
Was it?
That was Naomi's girl. Yes. Isn't that funny? And I never met her yet. She was a new distributor.
Oh, that's so funny. But you guys have to be fearless in this business. And someone just asked you, I don't know when to bring up blitzing. Remember, blitzing has no boundaries. And that's really all I'm gonna focus on tonight about blitzing, is that it has no boundaries. If you feel that tug in your heart, just talk to people about it. And like Cammie said, it's not always about, hey, here's a wrap. Hey, here's my blitz card. Hey, here's my business. Make it about them. And you're gonna, when you go with your heart, you'll understand that, and you'll feel, and you'll get those wins, as I think the word Naomi was maybe looking for, was once you get that win, that success, then it's going to be a lot easier to keep going. But you're not going to get that unless you go through a lot of no's. So awesome.
And that like evolves, because I feel like you got on the Zoom tonight because you got a win. You got 400 in personal bonus volume last month. That's a win. Use that win to propel you to that next promotion, to propel you to double your paycheck. Like I love when Amber said, maybe you don't promote to executive this month. Maybe you don't promote to Ruby. Maybe you do. But double your 400 and double your check. Where else can you literally write your own check? You decide what you want that check to be by going out there and working harder. And while the fruit of your labor might not come to fruition this month, it will come. All those seeds you're planting, they will not be planted in vain. I can promise you that. You sitting on your booty will just drag any type of success you want to have longer. Success does not happen in a day. It happens day by day. You must be consistent over time to get the results that you so badly want.
Amen to that. And that's the thing, you guys, is that, I think it was at the It Works You, where, I'm going to forget it now, but they had said something along the lines of like, every single day, small efforts daily are going to create that win. It's so frustrating as a leader to see these people who are like, it's the 25th, I'm going to decide to work right now, and you're like, oh my gosh, but where you could be had you just worked small daily efforts every single day. I've never taken a day off of my business because I don't have to. When you love what you do, when it becomes a part of you, this isn't something that I do at 2 a.m. And that has created this passion for my network to see. I met up with a loyal customer today. Her hair, skin, and nails is still hasn't arrived, and she wanted it. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to take care of it. We've shipped it out twice, and it's still not there yet. So we get to take care of our customers. And I met with her, and she says, Amber, I know why you're so successful, because you genuinely care about people. And I'm just like, well, yeah, of course I do. Like, we get to take care of our customers and be that CEO. And Kim said, you get to write your check. And so go back to how much service have you given to get in that paycheck? And if you're not happy with your paycheck, then go out and be of service a little bit more. Go out and wrap more people. Go out and share this opportunity with more people. Be consistent every single day. And then those seeds you're going to be able to water them, and they will harvest. Don't get stuck on those same 4 seeds that you planted. Go plant 4 new ones every single day. Water those ones daily. And these 4 might harvest in 6 months. They might harvest in 2 years. My best friend's on this right now, and it took her 3.5 years, you guys, for her to join me. But it was when she was ready, not when I wanted her to, So there's Liz. So make sure that you guys are not getting hung up on those same 4 seeds. Keep planting more seeds, and they, like Kimmy said, they will harvest. We promise they will harvest. But if you quit them, somebody else is going to reap that harvest. So keep going.
I was just thinking about something. I know this wasn't a blitzing call, but I thought, what if we all committed to blitz one person every day, just one person, and that person we blitz, whether we actually put a blitz card in their hand or whether it's just about friending them on Facebook or following them on Instagram or whatever the case might be. But we did one every day. And let's just, let's just pull it back a little bit and actually say 5 a week. That gives us 2 grace days. So you're making 5 contacts every week. Now, some of you that have been in for a while, you can go, gosh, I need to do 10 a week, 2 a day. Great, do that. But let's just take the pressure off and say 1 a day, 5 times a week. If you added that many new friends on Facebook, followed or handed out that many blitz cards every day, or all 3 with just that one person every day, do you know where you would be 30 days from now, 60 days from now? And after that fear of what do I say, or how do I approach them, or what does that look like that we're getting in the chat tonight? You're not alone. Don't feel like, oh, I'm the only one. That's not even the case. You're saying you're being a voice for so many people tonight. But maybe after 2 weeks you go, oh my gosh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Before you know it, you'll be doing 2 or 3. You won't just be getting that 1 in. But like Amber said, what if for the rest of this year, for 352 days, 52 weeks. So 52 weeks of 5 a week. Can anybody do the math on that? I haven't been a math major anymore. Can you imagine the number of seeds they will have planted, Amber, and the amount of results they're going to start getting just by doing that one simple action every day for the next 52 weeks?
Small daily efforts, you guys. Kimmy said this business isn't built in a day, but day by day. And so when you make that commitment to yourself, no one's going to know if you did it or not. That's the thing about this business too, is that no one's going to know if you did it or not. But your paycheck will know, your kids will know, your legacy will know, your team will know whether you did that or not. And, I love that we're in a show business, not a tell business. You got to go show people these results. You got to show people what you're doing. Show people out blitzing. I love Heather Bochinsky. She's on here right now. Wave, Heather. Hey, she is fearless, you guys. I gave her a shout out this morning on my team call where her blitzing is different. She goes out and she'll get a new product in and she will open it live on camera. Oh my gosh, smell this, taste this. It's crazy. You guys, that's blitzing too. Okay. She does it a lot through social media. But her network is seeing that she's using the products. And so show what you're doing. She's always posting pictures of her with her cute little It Works hat on out at soccer fields. That's blitzing. People are going to ask you about that stuff, wearing the gear. People want to see and they will ask you, but it's up to you to make that decision because people are going to ask. It's just who they're going to ask. Make it be you. Make it be you that they know that you are the face of It Works. My loyal customer tonight, she was like, I'm sending all my friends to you. And I said, why don't we send them to you and get you started in this business? And so she said, you know what? I'll think about that. And it's something so simple, you guys. Just turn it around, but don't be fearless. Okay. Face everything and rise, and take the next 5 days of this month. How many days is there? I don't even remember. Is there 5 days left of this month? 4 days?
I think it's 5 days. Well, technically 4. You're right. Today's almost over.
Yeah. Technically 4 more days, and just take what you've learned tonight and just put your blinders on. One of my greatest memories of the last 3 years was when I saw Mark Pentecost at the edge of that stage at one of the events, and he got down on his knee like he does with coaching mode, and he says, you put that blinder on. You don't pay any attention to anybody. You put those blinders on. And he kept going like this. And I will I will dream about that day when I feel distracted, or when I feel like things are just pulling at me, or when I feel like I can't hit that goal. I'm like, put your blinders on, Amber. Put them on. Put them on. Dad's telling you to. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. Put your blinders on. You stay focused on your goal. And don't lose sight of that goal just because of how long it takes. You keep going, and you trust that it will happen. It will happen when it's ready and when you're ready for it. And you got to be ready by those daily efforts every single day.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. First of all, congratulations for getting in the club, earning your right to be on this call tonight. There's nothing different between Amber and I and you. We've just been in longer, and we've planted a whole lot more seeds and done a whole lot more personal development, right, Amber?
That's right. Every single day, you guys, I say ESD. Every single day you have to do personal development.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm excited. I'm excited to continue to celebrate this journey with you, every little milestone. And let's go out and make April the best month you've ever had. And it's not too late. And there's 5 days, Amber, because the last day of the month is Saturday.
Oh, perfect. And so you guys, the thing that Cammie and I are just going to ask you guys to do is tonight there's a lot of people who were, on this call. And so take what you learned tonight, your biggest aha moment, go on to Facebook, social media, tag Cammie and myself, your biggest aha moment, maybe post a selfie of where you're at right now, and just share maybe a gratitude moment or something that you learned from the call. And then we'll get this recording out and sent out to you guys so you guys can share it with your team. Congratulations again for being on the call. We appreciate you guys, and continue the hard work. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.